Hey guys, I want to talk today about my chainsaws and what you should use them for, different uses, whatever. Um, so we have a Ryobi 40 volt, a 170 16 inch. The 40 volt's got a 14-inch chain, a 250 with an 18-inch chain. I gotta buy one. A 271 with a 20-inch chain. Um, these two right here, a quarter inch. These two are 3/8 pitch. I just say quarter inch because it's easier to remember. I know it's like 3.25, whatever. Um, Ryobi was my first chainsaw. It probably has a bunch of hours on it right now. I can't tell. I don't know how you would tell, but it's got a crap ton of hours on it. During this summer when I wasn't at work, I'd be at home cutting lumber. I'd be making everything from 2x4s to probably, what was it, 20-inch wide boards with it. 2x4s, 6x6s, 4x4s, 8x8s. Big boards like that. I made that board for me though, but still. I thought I was just going to use it to cut down trees, and if I need a tree cut down, I cut down. If there was a hole, I cut tree down. If it fell, or whatever. But it got used a lot heavier than that. Like I said, 6 batteries a day. It's brushless, and I have 2 4Ah batteries and one big high capacity 6. So it gives you about an hour run time on a hot day, which sucks because it's got no anti-vibration in it. I don't think the 250 does either, but I'm not sure. I know the 271 Farm Boss and the 170 has anti-vibration. I'm not sure about the 250. I picked that up a couple weeks ago, and it needs oiler and a barn chain, but I haven't even used it. I just bought it, used it a couple times, and needs an oiler, which I don't like the style of oiler on that. And I think that has the same oiler. Well, it's not. It's a fixed oiler, fixed flow. I think the 170 is a non-fixed flow. The Ryobi's non-fixed either. You can adjust it. You can adjust the Ryobi freaking wicked too. You can adjust it from just a droplet to freaking gushing oil. So I like that with a Ryobi. If you're using a semi chisel chain or a high chisel chain, then you can really bump it up to keep up with it. Which all the chains on the Ryobi are full chisel. I got about 15 chains for the damn thing, but it worked good, and I'm just happy that I got it, so I can go off. We can go a couple weeks before you'd have to get all your chains reshopping, so it worked out good. And yes, I reshop them. I know a guy who reshoppings them for me, so I don't sharpen them myself. But I gotta buy a sharpener for myself next coming weeks here, so I can start sharpening myself. But so yeah, that was a good saw. The 170's got a 16-inch bar in it. That's got I think like 6 chains for it. 8 ounce gas can and a 6-ounce oil. I think I'm not sure. It's got those stupid caps on, which I don't like, just because the only thing I don't like about these steels is that it doesn't carry a scrunch with it. The Ryobi carries one in right there. None of these steels carry one, which I don't like, just because I forget crap all the time. But I do like the caps on the 271 and the 250 versus the 170. The Ryobi's got a little, like a wing nut kind of style cap, and most of the time I torque that down so bad with my fingers I'd have to get the scrunch out to undo it, but at least it keeps it on board. So the 170 is 1.7 base horsepower, 30cc, and I got that a couple months ago. My dad gave it to me because I don't know why he bought it, but he gave it to me, and I've used it every day since. It stays outside in a like a lean-to kind of thing where I keep some of my stuff. that stays outside. It starts up usually the third pull every morning, almost every morning. The 250, I notice that's kind of lean. You kind of have to pull it and hold your hand on the trigger, keep it going. But once you get running, it's fine. So I don't care. I've had to, but my dad adjusted it last night. Well, we have a saw-off competition, so he adjusted that for me, which is nice because I don't really know much about adjusting chainsaws. I imagine I'll get the hang of it now, especially that I have 3 real chainsaws and 1 delimber. So that's nice, but I think the 170, I got the same thing. I just cut a 10x10 the other day, so I can sell that out front. That's gonna be $50 for it. It's like 45 inches long, 10x10. It's just gotta dry so I can plane it and then water coat it and put it out front for sale. Because I have no use for it. I just figured it's a piece of wood laying around. It's better than firewood. You get more money for it and less effort, so I'm happy. So this is what I use to cut lumber. This, if I want to cut something rough cut like a 2x4, well, not really a 2x4. If I want to cut a 2x4 and it's not, like, I'm not cutting it out of the log. If I already have the log cut, I just gotta split it into 2x4s. I use the 170 just where it's a thinner chain. But if I need to cut like 4x4, 6x6, big stuff, I use this just because it's faster. It's a bigger chain. I just use that just because I do make errors sometimes, and I'd rather give it an extra 10-15 minutes and get it right the first time, and maybe not even have to sand it down and plane it. So I'm happy, but as long as it's got a sharp chain on it, cuts good. As long as that's got a sharp chain on it, cuts. Basically, once it has a sharp chain on it, cuts wicked nice. The 250 I haven't even used yet. I think the 250 will be a tree saw. If a tree falls down, bring out because it's got pretty good size bar, 18-inch, so 16.5-inch cut capacity, so you can cut down almost everything around. Well, yeah, everything around here double cut. But I think that'll just be for when I buy my own house. That'll just be, okay, a tree falls down, I'll buck it up real quick with a 250 versus getting out that. And I mean, it's nice for if I'm having a bad back day or hip day like yesterday, then I'll just get the 170 out just because it's lighter. The Ryobi will probably just be a limb hanging down. Okay, trim it because it's such a light saw. It's like, I can't even feel how light it is. I think it's with a battery in it, I think it's 10 pounds maybe. I'm not sure. I think once it's full, once it's got a bond chain on it, the oiler's full, everything, I think it's 10 pounds. I don't know. I haven't used them forever, but it's a wicked, just throw it right around. It's a nice saw. I'm cleaning that up because I gotta put it away, just so I can have more room in my room for it. So yeah, I like this. I don't like that it doesn't have a side tensioner on. I know I could put one in, but it's one more thing to do. That's where it is. I freaking hate that. If you're cutting, like if you got a log, okay, so let's say this is a log, it's standing straight up and you're cutting straight down it. This thing, the air filter on it is not very nice. It lets a crap ton of sawdust in the motor that I cleaned out last night. Holy. That's why I say this is probably going to be for little stuff like a 2x4, because it just freaking, it sucks that sawdust right into the freaking carburetor. So, the 250, this is a heavier saw. You can definitely notice the difference. But for the power to weight ratio on this saw is wicked. I mean, it cuts wicked nice. 40, I think it's a 45 cc. I don't know what the base horsepower of this is at all. It's got the easy adjustment screws right here instead of on this, just to adjust the idle, you have to take the whole airbox off, and I don't think, no, you can't adjust the idle on that saw. It's a fixed idle, which I guess what they really had designed for it, it's good, but for guys like me who can't freaking afford even that, then it's like, yeah, that's nice, thanks, but whatever. So yeah, this needs a new oiler. I do like the style cover on this, where you just flip this little latch and you flip this little. I like this one better just because you hold the trigger down, put it down in the full clutch, twist the knob, and the whole thing comes off. It's wicked easy to get to the spark plug. See, last night that was completely yellow from sawdust from cutting pine, which is kind of like, yeah, that probably shouldn't be doing that much as I was, but what I had. So that's a nice saw. I like it. 30cc. I can't remember if I said that. I know more specs on this than I do on these two. So this has got the side adjustment. The clutch is a little bit sticky. The brake's on all of them anyways, but still, it's just a little bit sticky. I don't know what else to say about this. I've used it. I take back what I said at the beginning. I have used it a couple times. It does cut wicked nice. And yeah, 30cc, 45. I imagine that's probably 20cc. What it's equal to a gas counter. Then we got the 271, which has got the idle everything adjustment right there, and this has got the winter to let hot air in for winter for warm up better, and the summer adjustment to let cold air in for, I guess, less engine heat up. This is a 50cc saw. I don't know how big the gas tank on this is. I do like that it's semi-clear, where this one, even when it was brand new, I couldn't see through it. Even when I cleaned it up wicked nice, I couldn't see through it. I do like this style gas cap, but the only thing I don't like about it is it fills up with shavings wicked easy, especially the oiler, which on this you can't see the oiler. But where I have it set now, a tank of gas, usually you have barely any oil left, so I just fill up the oil and the gas at the same time. It's got the real dogs on it. I'm not so keen about where the exhaust comes out right here, just because the brake is right there. I will start all these up for you guys, but I just have to set the phone down just to start up. All these are cold. They've been sitting over the weekend, except for that one. That one was ran Saturday night, where it's Monday morning. Probably not morning anymore, I don't know. The exhaust is a little iffy, but I can definitely tell there's more compression in this, a ton of compression in this, because I don't do it the safe way you should. Put your foot in the stirrup and start it. I hold it up in the air and use my other hand and just drop it and start it. Not drop it, but you guys know what I mean. That doesn't feel like it has as much compression as that does. The little one barely has any compression compared to this. And that little leaf blower there has absolutely no compression. So, there's nothing wrong with them. The 250 is wicked torquey. It's wicked. You can really feel the power to weight ratio in it. The only thing I don't like about this is you have 4 screws to take off the top. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, I like it. This has a full chisel. That has a full chisel. That has a semi-chisel. That has a full chisel. My dad got it for me when when my parents found out that they were having a boy. He got that for me for my first saw when I was like 8 or whatever, and he never actually gave it to me, so he got the blower changed for me, just be safe, I guess. But nothing's happened so far. No chains slipped, nothing like that. So I'll start up for you guys real quick. I'm gonna set the phone down. Hopefully you guys can. I'm just gonna have to set it down the chair right here. So this is gonna be the 170 on full choke. Remember, I can touch the exhaust. It's not hot at all. So we'll see how it starts. So yeah, about four poles, so it's not that bad. 16-inch chain, and it's a nice saw. That starts up every morning since I've used it. This one I have to take this little pop tab, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I think it's just a guide, but I don't want that. Well, it's not gonna come out now, but I don't want that to fall through the floorboards and not be able to find it. So I'm gonna set you guys back down for this. I'll show you guys it, but see how this starts up. Wow. See if we watch the whip. Oh, maybe not.